Hey, I'm Sean from Sean Recommends, and today we are going to be talking about how to buy Bitcoin in Canada. Now, I'm going to assume you already know why you want to buy Bitcoin, and at this time you're looking to make a purchase. I'll do a whole video another time about why buying Bitcoin is a good idea for a whole variety of reasons, but for today, let's just get right into it. First things first, I recommend Bull Bitcoin as the only exchange that I use in Canada for a few reasons. Bull Bitcoin is a great Canadian company. They've been around for a long time. They have wonderful privacy, great security because you're always going to be using your own wallet, never relying on leaving your Bitcoin at the exchange. And overall, they are just good guys and great to deal with, wonderful customer service. So let's get right into signing up with Bull Bitcoin and making your first Bitcoin purchase in Canada. Now, first thing you're going to need to do is get to Bull Bitcoin, bullbitcoin.com, or you can use my referral link, mission.bullbitcoin.com/Sean. I will put a link in the box below so you can use my referral link. And if you do so, you will see just down here, you'll see Sean welcomes you to Bull Bitcoin. So in that case, you know that that you'll be supporting the channel, supporting the Niagara Bitcoin meetup, and supporting me. So thank you very much. Now, you're going to need to put in a functional email address. Let's start with that. Once you've entered in your email address, you'll come to a spot. Of course, you'll need to make a password. You're going to enter in your password, and from there, we'll proceed to signing up. Now, something you will need to do is verify your email address at some point. Now, all you need to do, if you're using Bull Bitcoin, one of the only exchanges in Canada where you can do this, the minimum you have to do is enter a name and a functional email. So if you wanted to put in just your name and your email for now, that is just fine. And you can go from here. Save your name. Once you've done that, you'll need to proceed to fund your account. And after you fund your account, of course, you can buy Bitcoin. You have a couple of options. We'll go through those first. And then we'll take a look at the steps to actually buy the Bitcoin. Now, down here, you can see select payment method. You have 4 options there. Realistically, you're probably only going to want to do 2 of them unless you're buying a very large amount. With a very, very large amount, over $10,000, for example, you might want to use a wire transfer. If you bank with Desjardins, sure, that's fine there. But if all you've entered in is a name and an email address, you can use cash. You can use cash or debit at Canada Post to fund your account. So once you've clicked through, you can see the instructions here to use cash or debit at Canada Post. I do recommend cash. Very simple instructions. You pretty much just show up at the Canada Post, bring them your QR code, which I'll show you. Just scroll down here. You can print it off. That's what I do. Or you probably could use it on your phone or whatnot. And here you show your QR code and ask them to scan the load hub. Then they will ask you how much you want to put on. They'll ask you to make sure you understand this is not reversible. And then it'll be added to your Bull Bitcoin account. That'll actually happen probably within about half an hour is my experience if you do it during a business day. Pretty much by the time I get home from the Canada Post, the funds are in my account. You can see here the limits. If you've only put in your name and an email and you're using the cash funding method, there are some limits on how much Bitcoin you can buy. You can buy 1,000 per transaction, and you can buy $2,000 daily and $10,000 weekly, which is, I would say, more than enough for someone who's just getting started into Bitcoin. If you do verify yourself, giving all your personal information, you do have higher limits. Now, if you are verified, that you have the other funding option, you can send an Interac e-transfer. In order to do that, you will have to provide your phone number, your personal mailing address, and maybe a few other personal items. And that's just like a lot of every other exchange in Canada. They will ask you for those details. So if we flip over to Interac e-transfer, what you would do then is you can set up how much you'd want to deposit. So let's say you wanted to get started with, $500. And then they'll give you a funding order and you follow the instructions on how to send the e-transfer. All right. So either one of those will work. You can then you finished funding your account and then you can move on to buying Bitcoin. As you can see, I've switched over. So we are in an account here where I already have some funds added in, so we can demonstrate how to buy. Pretty simple. We are going to enter the desired amount and then add our Bitcoin address. Click on create order, and then we'll go into a new page, verify everything's good, and then we've already funded our account. You can see the Bitcoin price is available here. I have $179.27 available. The default is on how much you want to buy. The default will be your max, will be your entire balance. So just be aware in case you aren't looking to spend all at once. All right, so you can see I'm going to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. There's no fee for doing that. All you'll do is pay the exchange rate to exchange from Canadian dollars into Bitcoin, just like exchanging for American dollars at the bank or any other currency. And as you can see in Bitcoin, I'd be receiving 0.00260,900 BTC, Bitcoin, or I would call that 260,900 sats. You can receive this in a couple different ways. For now, let's just leave it as Bitcoin. We don't have to talk about the Lightning Network or Liquid Bitcoin just yet. And here's where you're going to add in your Bitcoin address. Now, in order to have a Bitcoin address, you'll have to have a wallet set up already. For that, I do recommend Nunchuk wallet, and we'll just switch over and show you now how to set up Nunchuk wallet from the start as well. Okay, so we're going to get started and set up our Nunchuk wallet so we can send and receive Bitcoin. Nunchuk is, of course, my recommended wallet, and there's many others, but for today we're going to be using Nunchuk. You're going to need to download Nunchuk from either the Google Play Store or iOS, and then we can get started. Another thing you'll need before we begin is something to write with. You'll need a notebook and some paper. You could just use, obviously, a piece of paper, but I really recommend you have a notebook, something you're not going to set aside, lose, accidentally throw out, something you can kind of keep safe like that. So in that notebook, you'll need to have room to write down 24 different words. So if you want to number it in advance, 1 to 24, that'll get you started, and you'll be ready to set up your Bitcoin wallet. So once again, we are here in our Nunchuk. Okay, you can see I've already got a key set up here, but we'll get started as though we didn't have that. We'll start with a new key. You need a key first. The software key is what we'll choose here. A software key is managed by the app, so that means it's going to be here on the phone. Some of these other things are a little more advanced, and eventually you'll get to them. That's one of the reasons I do recommend Nunchuk, is because it's simple enough for beginners, but also has absolutely everything you'll need as a more advanced user later on. So let's go ahead and move forward with making a key. The private key is stored on this device. Please keep your device safe to prevent your key from being compromised. So it's really important that you don't give your phone unlocked to people. There's some security things we can set up within Nunchuk. However, it is important to note that this key is stored on your phone. We're going to create a new seed. So here are your 24 words that we discussed, okay? So what you'll do is write them down in order. Anytime you're setting up a Bitcoin wallet, take special note of the order that they're actually written here. These ones are 1, 2, 3 across, whereas I've numbered them down. Either way works as long as you are making sure that you're going to copy these like that. So I won't go all the way through here. I will pause it, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we're back, and I've written down all the words here from 1 to 24. This is another warning down here at the bottom. Never share the seed phrase with anyone. Avoid having a digital copy. So this key seed, it's described as here. It's also often referred to as a seed phrase. This is really, really important. It's the key to recovering your Bitcoin should your phone ever be lost or somehow be Nunchuk be wiped off your phone during some kind of a factory reset. You'll need this seed to recover it. And you could recover that with any Bitcoin wallet software. It doesn't have to be Nunchuk, but having your key is really important. Never sharing it with anyone is very important as well. Anyone who has this seed, these 24 words, will be able to move your Bitcoin. Never share with anyone. Avoid having a digital copy. So you'll note I didn't take a screenshot. Don't take a screenshot. Don't take a picture. Don't save these words on a computer. Paper and pen is your way to go. If this becomes a wallet with a lot of Bitcoin in it, you might even choose to stamp these words into steel so they're not damaged by flood or by fire. So we'll continue over here. And there's actually a little bit of a test to confirm the seed phrase, to make sure that you wrote the words down in the correct order. So let's take a quick look here. We have word number 11, accident, motor, or wrap. I can see that it's accident. Word number 1 was uphold. Word number 22, donor. So that's one of the ways of testing, to make sure you wrote them down in the correct order. The order is extremely important as well, not just knowing the 24 words, having them in the correct order. So we'll continue. We can give our key a name. As you can see over here, I already wrote my first Nunchuk, so we could just call it that, right? You could call it your first Bitcoin wallet. You could give it a name. You could call it, Steve. Doesn't matter. As long as it's going to help you identify that this key here, this seed phrase, is going to work with this, with the wallet that you're setting up now. All right, next we have a chance to set a passphrase. A passphrase adds another layer of security to your key. You will need to enter the passphrase every time you sign using this key. Think of it as the 25th word of your seed phrase. It is entirely optional. So you can skip over this, or we could set a passphrase. If you do set a passphrase, it's very important to understand you need both the seed words here and the passphrase in order to recover your Bitcoin. However, what that also means is that anyone who is trying to get a hold of your Bitcoin can't just take the seed, they also need the seed and the passphrase. So I do recommend people set a passphrase if they're gonna have any significant amount of Bitcoin and you're only gonna have a single signature wallet. So let's do that just so you can see what it looks like. So I've already got some examples of what a passphrase could be. The passphrase, unlike the previous part, seed phrase, which is made up of a certain set number of letters, your passphrase can be absolutely anything. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Batman 5000, exclamation point, like sort of with all the characters and capital letters and numbers, you can do those things. Or what you can do is, something I like to do is use simple English words from, there's a certain list called the BIP 39 words. You can use 4, 6, even 12 words. All depends on how much you want to type when you're using your Bitcoin wallet and sending Bitcoin out. So something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a bad idea. It's not complicated enough. It could be brute forced if someone knew there was a passphrase. This is better, but you do have to make sure that you're not going to accidentally type in the wrong, miss a character, miss a capital, anything like that. So that's not how I would do it. You could, if this is something that you know you can remember, it's there. But something like bread leaf, iron panda is going to work great. It's 21 characters long, so it's pretty robust in terms of, is anyone going to be able to hack into it, right? And we're putting the spaces in there as well, so that it's extra. People aren't going to necessarily know to do that. Obviously, you wouldn't tell anyone that this is, you've just made your passphrase to be 4 words like this. All right, setting a passphrase. There it is. All right, so we now have a key. Anytime you want to run a health check on your key, it basically is a chance for you to enter your passphrase in again. And this will make sure that you have the correct passphrase and you understand what it is. You're going to want to do this. My key is healthy. That means I know the passphrase that goes with this key. Really important that you know the passphrase. Again, super important as well. So let's write this down. Okay. Back over here to our wallet. We've got a healthy key, my first Nunchuk. We're going to use that key to make a wallet. There. Suggest using a multi-sig wallet for maximum security, using multiple keys. But for today, we're going to create a new wallet using only one key. All right. This one here, we'll call Nunchuk 1. So that's the name for our Nunchuk 1. It's going to go with my first Nunchuk key. All right. And you don't need to worry about customizing the address types or the wallet types. We're just going to do the standard stuff there. All right. Now we have to assign at least one key to the wallet. The one we wrote down, my first Nunchuk, let's use that. And it says, how many keys do we need to sign? We're just going to leave it at that one key. It's a single signature wallet. All right. Create a wallet. Suggest here to save your BSMS file. So this, giving saving this, no one can use this to get your Bitcoin. And it's actually really important if you're doing any kind of a multi-signature wallet. With our single signature wallet, all we need is this passphrase, and our seed words to recover it in any Bitcoin wallet. But we'll just do this later for the purposes now. So we have Nunchuk 1 set up. It's a standard wallet and it has keys. So now we can go out. Now you can see we have a wallet there with no Bitcoin in it. Tap on it. Here is a Bitcoin address, and we can either, at this point, only receive because we don't have any Bitcoin, but if there was Bitcoin in there, we could send. All right. So what we'll do now is we will pause it here and get some Bitcoin sent into this wallet. All right. So you've now set up your Nunchuk wallet, hopefully. I hope that went well. And as you can see, I have it ready and open here. I'm just going to click on the wallet we created, Nunchuk 1, and up will come a QR code. Now, up at the top, you'll see send, receive. So what we want to do is receive. We're going to receive Bitcoin, and there will then, again, be a QR code that you can either scan here, or you could send, if you tap, just down there at the bottom, you can tap the address, which will copy it. And then if you want to send yourself or otherwise copy that address underneath, it starts with BC1 is the Bitcoin address there. And that we need to put that Bitcoin address into this location. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to copy and send this to myself. All right. So I've now got it pasted in there. It starts with BC1 and it ends in MMSU 06. Just double check the end is as well. And there you go. You've got your Bitcoin address entered. I can create a buy Bitcoin order. And as you can see here, got the details are ready to go. You can, it gives you a buy order number. This is how much Bitcoin is going to get sent to this address. And this is what you're buying over here, 100 Canadian dollars, exchanging it for 260,000 sats. No fees using this exchange rate. And then we can, if everything looks good, then you would click confirm purchase. Many exchanges, and Bull Bitcoin is no exception, are going to batch their transactions. So we're going to wait for a few transactions to happen, and then they'll send them all out at once. So this transaction is due to be sent out at 9:21 p.m. And that's a way that they can save on fees, and it basically means I'm not going to have to pay any fee to have it sent to me through the Bitcoin network. Any Bitcoin transaction does have a fee. If, however, I want to be able to receive my Bitcoin right away, have it sent to me right away, I can click Express Transaction down here. And if I did that, though, I would have to pay the fees. Generally, I would say, unless there's some kind of emergency, no need to use an Express Transaction. Just wait. Might be an hour or two. The Bitcoin will show up in your wallet, and then you've got it all set up. You'll be able to get a receipt. They will email you a receipt as well, and you'll be all set up. Okay, we are back, and it is now 10 p.m. I'm sure a little while ago, the Bitcoin did arrive in the Nunchuk wallet here. So if we click on it, we can see 0.2606 Bitcoin. Couple of things to note. When you are using Nunchuk wallet, the default is going to be US dollars. So don't freak out when you see that it's only $71.96 and you think, well, I just put $100 in. What's going on? Very simple to fix. Just go into profile, local currency, find Canadian dollars. There it is. Save it. The other thing is I like to change myself. I'm a fan of the Satoshi as a base unit. So we'll go back. And now you can see 260,000 sats, 97.67 Canadian. So the price could have gone down a little bit, but also there's that exchange rate we talked about earlier. Here it is, safely stored in your Nunchuk wallet. Remember, we've got it here. Now, if we wanted to, we could send it out there. That might be another video that we'll do. Right now, don't worry about sending it. You can save and safely store it in your Nunchuk wallet on your phone. You've got a passphrase, right? So our passphrase, remember, if we want to run our health check, this is where we could enter our passphrase once again, make sure that it worked. It's all there. Nunchuk in our Nunchuk 1 wallet that way. Just a reminder for security purposes, keep your Bitcoin safe. Don't give anyone your phone, should seem obvious. And also, for the last time, I'm going to show you this, right? Obviously, this is not a wallet I'm going to be using. This is just a demonstration. I'm going to delete it and then I won't use this anymore. Don't show your 24 words to anyone. Keep these super secure. I've had people just tape this notebook shut, maybe put it in a safe, hide it somewhere in your house. These 24 words are incredibly important. Don't show them to anyone. Your passphrase, remember we used our passphrase, bread leaf, iron panda. You can make copies of your passphrase. It's less important to keep that secure. Ideally, you're going to memorize your passphrase. And really, here, in the best case scenario, you won't store these together. Because remember, someone who finds your 24 words, they will not be useful to them without the passphrase. You need both of these together in order to move that Bitcoin. If you lose one or the other, and your Bitcoin will be gone. Do not lose either of these. Memorize this. Keep your 24-word seed phrase super secure, and you will be ready to go. So that is how you can buy Bitcoin in Canada using Bull Bitcoin combined with Nunchuk wallet. If you have any questions whatsoever, please put them down in the comments. If you want to tell me what other Bitcoin exchange you use in Canada, that's fine, and I'll tell you why you should use Bull Bitcoin instead. Please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And again, I'll put some links down below, including the Bull Bitcoin link itself to help you get started. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.